Yeah.
Okay.
John, can you talk about what you're looking to accomplish this season?
Basically same thing as last year. I think the way we're playing, really got to play hard throughout every game because we're a young team, execute down the stretch, learn how to close out games, and make the playoffs. It's no fun if you're not playing the playoffs.
John, Flip said you can become a better shooter once you get in the league. He said you've really been working on your shot. Have you become a better shooter already, and is that process going through?
Oh yeah, I became a better shooter throughout the whole practice and through training camp. Been working on people going on the screens, and I just been making jump shots, and that's the main thing I've been working on throughout the whole season. The whole summer to make sure I prepare for the season.
How do you balance being a better shooter but also playing to your strength of getting to the rim?
It's easy. I think people going to screens, I know when to read, I know when to take my chances to drive. And I know when to shoot the ball last year, I'd be hesitating if I was open. But now if I'm open, I'm just going to shoot it, and if I miss one, I got the same confidence in my next shot to make it.
How tough do you think this compressed 66 games schedule is going to be for you guys?
I think it really could help us because we're a young team. It reminds me of an AAU season. We're playing 5 games in one day. So it can be tough at times, but I think it should help us because we're a young team with younger legs.
Earlier today, Ted talked about DC becoming maybe an eventual destination for players on college, as free agents or whatever. How do you feel about this place now? Like last year, you had LeBron, everybody going to consider DC. This year, you got Chris Paul. Like nobody's talking about DC. You think this place can eventually be a place guys want to play?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it's a rebuilding process for us. So basically, those guys, they've been at least 7, 8 years, so they're trying to go to a team that's got a chance to be in the playoffs or go ahead and win the championship. Right now, we're not a team that's considered to be in the playoffs and win the championship. So you wouldn't think those guys would consider it, but down the road, probably next year or the year before, we want to be one of those teams that a lot of free agent people would like to come to.
Do you feel like you'd be enough of a foundation for guys who want to play with you?
Oh yeah, I talk to a lot of those guys that's making those decisions, those guys that's free agents, and they see how I'm working, how I'm getting better, and it takes time to add pieces to a program or to a team like this, and I hope we can start winning.
John, what do you want to get accomplished in the preseason game tomorrow? What do you kind of want to get out of it?
Basically, just playing hard. Everything worked done throughout training camp. Just play hard, see where everybody is, see how we trust each other, see how we play as a team, and take it from there. We got 2 preseason games against the team we playing twice, and hope that prepares for our first game of the season.
John, can you talk about the rookies that came in, like Jan and Chris and Shelvin, and how they're doing?
Shelvin would be a great backup. He knows how to win. He's been to 2 national championship games, so he definitely knows how to play the game. He knows how to win. And Chris Singleton is a great defender, athletic, 6'9", small forward, also can play power forward, and can really help us out this year.
And trying to become a more vocal leader with guys like JaVale McGee, do you find that they're responding to you, that they're listening to you more?
Yeah, I think this year they really understand and responding to me more. I think a year under my belt and those guys understanding how hard I'm working, what I'm trying to do, and trying to help those guys get better and also get myself better at the same time and help the team. They're really listening to me.
On the flip side, there's been a lot of talk about Andre Blatche as a leader, other guys as leaders. What do you think of Andre's leadership? How's it developed?
I think he came in with a great mindset throughout this year. He was really trying to get in shape, really trying to run hard in every drill, passing the ball better, being a better teammate. I think that's really helping us, all of us, not trying to be selfish, all of us knowing our role to score. He knows where he wants the ball, and the way he's been playing throughout the training camp can really help us if we play that same way throughout the whole season.
John, do you believe that y'all can be that surprise team this season?
Yeah, I think so. I think we lost 15 to 20 games by 5 points less. Either we was up by 3 or down by 2 with like 3 minutes ago. So basically, a lot of us have a year in our belt, learning how to close out games. Me being a better leader, me knowing what plays to call down the stretch and who to go to. I think we can really be a surprise team.
What kind of personal goals have you set for the season?
I got my personal goals, but want to be an all-star, all those type of things, make playoffs. But I really don't like talking about my own goals. I just like talking about the team goals.
What do you see as the strengths of the team this year?
We're a team that got really push the ball. We're an athletic team that can push the ball, run the floor. We got to play hard. That's one thing for a young team. We got to be very intense on defense.
John, would you say Flip was saying earlier that when you go out onto the court that you're apparently like if you smell popcorn, your adrenaline goes up? What would you say about that?
I don't understand that one. I think whenever it's a game, if you love the game and every time you step on the court, your adrenaline should be already pumping. You should be ready to play every game. You should be thankful because you never know when your last game could be. So I just enjoy and take all the fun into every game I play.
Can you talk about the mental aspect of your game now that you have a full season under your belt?
I approach it totally different. I know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to prepare for the game. I know what it takes to eat. to rest your body. So I know all the different things to prepare myself for the season.
Ted was talking earlier about building a culture of winning, and obviously the wins didn't come as frequently as you were used to last year, but you understand that it's a patient process. How are you adjusting to the fact that you might not win as much now as you hope to in the future?
I knew coming in when you get drafted very high, it's a rebuilding process for your team. So I think they're doing a great job of trying to add pieces and getting the right draft picks. And the guys come in with a different mindset this year to try to win. I think all of us seen how a lot of teams that make the playoffs, we was right there with them at the beginning of the season. But most of those guys went on a winning streak, and the biggest winning streak we probably had was 2 or 3 games, and that was near the end of the season. So we basically got to know how to win games and close them out down the stretch.
As the leader of the team, if the wins don't come as fast as you would like them to, how do you keep the guys up in the locker room?
Basically, just got to keep them level-headed, keep them up, keep them prepared to play every game. You got to understand that if you lose 3 or 4 games in a row, you still might have 20, 40 games left. You just got to prepare yourself like you did other games, but change your game plan and playing the game.
Ted's mentioned a lot about setting smaller goals, like winning a quarter. As far as this, what kind of things have you guys set? Smaller goals, stuff like that. Have you set any of those yet, or is it kind of just?
You got smaller goals of not turn the ball over a lot, execute down the stretch, learn how to close out quarter. That's one of the main things. We'd be big in the quarter, and like the last 3 or 4 minutes we'd give up the lead. So just really learn how to close out quarters.
But what are your thoughts on the new look, the uniform you got on now, just the freshness? I guess it's whole new brand for the women.
I like the new colors. I think compared to what the court used to look like, it looks totally different, more exciting. It's good to have red, white, and blue, just like most of the other teams that's in DC. So it's great for us, and basically, like if you're rebuilding, it's great to have new colors to start with.
Can you talk a little bit about how you're adjusting to the city here in your second year, just being in Washington? What's it like? How do you like being here?
It's the same as last year. Still fun. I'll just be low key in the house playing video games. So it's not too much different.
Ted said he loves you. How do you feel about it?
How much of the knowledge of the game you learned from Sam since you've been here since last year?
Sam been a big plus to me, knowing the game and winning championships and being on playoff teams and being one of the point guards that mastered the mid-range jump shot. He really helped me and taught me a lot, and also just watching film on other guys who I played against last year really helped.
Besides your jump shot, what are some areas that you'd like to improve personally this year in your game?
Turn the ball over and defense-wise, just giving it. I play hard all the time, but sometimes I got beat badly by some of the top point guards. So those are goals I looked at and seen what I did wrong against them defensively this whole summer.
Flip side, the key to getting the big guys to rebound better was the guards making stops on the perimeter. So is that something you guys worked on a lot this practice, and how you progressed?
Yeah, it works both ends. They got to call the screens better. We got to do a better job of getting over the screens and staying connected to our man.
On the fun side, who would like to posterize this season?
I'm trying to posterize everybody.
In terms of the length of the team, Ted and Flip have mentioned, the height of the rookies, plus you have Andre and JaVale. What kind of problems do you see that posing for your opponents?
I think it confuses our opponents a lot. It depends on how we play. If we play hard and we've been playing defense like we've been playing throughout the training camp, it can really help us. Chris does a great job of getting in passing lanes and outside rebounding, blocking shots. So I think he's a guy that can really help us defensively.
Nick Young's contract status is up in the air. What's it like now having him around this camp?
Oh, it's tough right now. That's a great person that did a lot of scoring for us last year, but at the same time, it's a business, so you just got to root for it, prepare the team you got in the locker room, the team you got on the court, and just hope you make the best decision for yourself.
John, you talked about Rashard earlier in training camp, how he's looking healthy now. How important is that? How big is that for this team to have that veteran player at full health?
It's big because you don't talk as much when you're not playing because you're not out there, so you don't want to say too much. But now he's back playing. He's being more of a leader. He's making jump shots again. He's being more athletic and attacking the basket, so he can really help us this year.
Do you think that he's going to surprise some critics this year, coming off last season?
I think so. He would have been playing pretty good if he didn't have the knee problem last year. So, people understand what a knee injury or a tendonitis or something like that can do to you. So I think with him being fully healthy, he can really help us.
Thanks, John.